Welcome to the Chat and Chew, another live episode of the Chat and Chew. Hey, co-host.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Tisha? Are you doing well?
Blessed and
I'm
highly
good today.
favored.
I know that's right. Highly favored. Highly
I just
favored.
knew that one of you ladies was going to say blessed and highly favored. So, welcome to another live episode of Chat and Chew. If this is your first time tuning in or your second and you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, okay? And then at the end of this live episode, we want you all to share. So, check this out. We're here with you all and we want to engage. So, please, in the chat, say hello. If you are catching this on the replay, leave your comments in the chat as well, okay? So let's get this thing started. What you got for a special, Kay?
Well, today we are going to have a special guest host. We are going to be talking about Nest out Kiln Creek, Nest Kitchen and Taphouse. So let's introduce our special guest, Ms. Andrea. She goes by Bambi. Welcome, Bambi.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good. Hi, ladies. Hi, everybody.
Good. This is actually a brunch that we did with Positive Vibes, Bambi's group. But before we get into our review, Mr. Producer, drop the video. We don't have sound.
Yeah, we're having a bit of audio issues, but that's all right. We're going to keep it going because that's what we do here in the Chat and Chew. We professionals.
Right. So before we get into it, let me put the disclaimer out there before Miss Tisha be like, I didn't go. So if y'all saw in the picture, it was a group of ladies. So it was actually Bambi's group's brunch that we went to, Positive Vibes brunch. So it wasn't something I was explaining to our viewers before Miss Tisha just threw us under the bus again, Miss Ebony. Why she wasn't a part of this one. You know how she did. You know how she did. She be in her
But hold on, we got to get the name right. We're missing part of the name. Help us out, Bambi. Positive Vibes Sister Circle.
Oh, that's right. Positive Vibes Sister Circle.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Tisha.
Okay. All right. So, how many? Okay, I'm trying to get my words right. So this was actually a group event. Mm-hmm. How many ladies did you have in your party?
Oh, do you remember how many it was?
I
Maybe
want to
like,
say 12 to 14.
yeah, I
Okay.
wanted to say like 12 of us too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
definitely a place where you can have a group setting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you ladies book? Did you make a reservation prior to, or was this, hey, we want to go to Nest?
It was actually reserved.
Okay.
Shanetta, who is a part of Positive Vibe Sister Circle and
Mm-hmm.
very
Oh,
good at doing the research
Mhm.
and getting us reservations. So we actually had a reservation.
Okay. So, Shanetta, I see you on. Hey, girl. So, if you can put in the comments, like, how easy was it for you to make that reservation? Because we want the viewers to know how that reservation process goes. But for you ladies here, the outside, you drove up. What was the outside like for you? The outside of the building decor exterior?
I'll take it. So it was a rainy day. Oh my goodness. But so it's on a golf course out
Okay.
in Creek in Newport News, Virginia. And it was nice. The brick building. They can speak more to this part because I had got there a little late. But wasn't there like another place for you all to wait? Was another building? What's that? That's right beside the restaurant.
Actually,
I guess.
we weren't. Shanetta went over there and asked if we could actually wait in there so we didn't have to wait outside in the cold because the restaurant doesn't have an area for people that are waiting, like a place you can sit.
Okay. So,
And in that building, they actually had something going on, like an event or something. So we could hear someone like singing. So I guess they had a program or something. So like I don't know if you could like rent that space for anything or whatever, but it's not a part of the Nest. You know what I mean? Like it's something totally different. Yeah, where we were at. Yeah.
So that was
Let
nice.
me say this real quick. Plenty of parking. Plenty of parking. In fact, the parking lot was so full. I was like, oh my, and it was raining, right? So I'm going, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to go park this car somewhere else and catch an Uber. But I did find a parking space. So it's plenty of parking.
All right. So you come in. Well, what was the inside ambiance like? What was the decor? What was the vibe on the inside once you got in?
I thought it was a nice vibe. You know, we have like less and less pictures of the inside. I don't know if people notice because it'd be so crowded. So, you know, for us to be in there like, say cheese, you know what I mean? We be like, okay, so we won't have no pictures today. So we didn't get, you know, a lot of pictures of the inside. I think there was a few to show you it empty, which I think we like got off the site or something like that. But it was a lot of groups there. We didn't really see like too many people that were by themselves. So it was a really nice vibe. It was a really nice vibe. It was a Saturday, right, ladies? Or Sunday? Saturday? It was a Saturday. So it was a nice vibe. It was.
Okay.
A lot of people in there in groups.
Okay. I forgot to ask this initially, but what was it about Nest that you guys were like, yes, this is where we should go have our group outing?
Bambi, we'll let you take that one.
I'm gonna say Shanetta just does the research really well, and we try to make it fair because in the group there's currently 19 of us, and we live all over the 7 cities. So we try to make it fair and pick restaurants that are in different cities. So this just happened to be the choice for that city.
All right.
And a good choice. Good choice.
Good. All right. So far, you've encountered the hostess or host. And then so you're at your tables, you're seated. How long did it actually take you to be seated?
I don't think it took long at all. Yeah, it didn't take long. Well, I take that back. Well, we weren't seated on time. That's why we ended up over there in a little reserve, kind of on their stuff over there. Actually, we was over there. We was having a good old time. And they was like, y'all got to keep it down because we was laughing or whatever, right? We was talking. So they was like, hey, y'all keep it down. So we quieted down. And then we was like, y'all should have told us that when we walked in the door. Like, y'all seeing all of us black people coming in.
I didn't know about that part.
Yeah. But so we didn't get seated right away. So the tables weren't ready at the reservation time. But we probably was over there probably 15 minutes at least, Bambi? What do you think?
I think so, but from what I can recall, Shanetta said that even though we told everybody to be there at that time, it actually was supposed to be at 12:15. So we actually were seated on time.
Oh,
We
okay,
just
well,
wanted
good,
to make
good.
sure
That's
everybody
good.
was
Okay.
there on time.
Okay,
Shanetta,
good, good.
I am going to use that from now on when I have, when I'm doing a gathering, because that was so smart. Because y'all know people gonna be late like me.
Because they might be one of those places. A lot of places nowadays that they won't seat you until your whole party is there. So if that's the case, it's definitely good to take accountability CP time.
Yeah,
Right.
You might want to tell them Friday and have the event Saturday.
That was smart.
So, how was the waiter, the waitress? How were they? Overall service.
Who want to take that one?
I thought she was nice.
Yeah,
I thought she was really nice. It wasn't a lot of waiters and waitresses. It was a lot of service. It wasn't. So things ended up being, a little slower than probably usual because it was a packed house in there. You know what I mean? So they have they have the area when you first walk in, and then they have I don't know, there's like an overflow area where they have people, and they even have seating outside. But of course, for that kind of weather, nobody was outside. But outside is an option when the weather is nice. So it was a good crowd, but it was slow.
Yeah.
It was slow. But she was very sweet. She was very nice.
I thought she was sweet too. What you think, Bambi? You think she was sweet too?
Yes, I loved her. I just thought that for the amount of people that we had, we should have definitely had 2 servers. So people's food could have came out more closer to the same time. But she was good. She was good.
Yeah, she was.
All right. What is your order? What you get? Let me know.
Well, I go with so Keisha and I decided to split. First, let's talk about the menu. The menu was limited for big parties. I don't think that's something that they told us ahead of time. You know what I mean? And it may have been some of their best options because they did have some good options up there. But we ordered the wings. They were teriyaki, and
sweet chili teriyaki.
Sweet chili teriyaki all on one wing. And usually because I love wings, usually that's like 2 different wings. But it was all on, and it was really, really good. And then we split this Keisha and I, special K. What's the other meal that we got?
Biscuits and gravy. Yeah.
With
biscuits and gravy.
Sausage, eggs, and potatoes.
And 3 biscuits, 3 whole biscuits. 3 whole biscuits. Yes. Covered in gravy. We got our gravy on the side because I had never had biscuits and gravy. And I wasn't sure if I was going to like the gravy. So just in case, put my gravy on the side so I can eat my biscuit, But the gravy was good. I enjoyed it. What'd you have, Bambi?
Oh, I thought y'all was going to talk about the biscuits, but I had shrimp and grits. And it was delicious. I order that a lot because I don't eat pork. So I'm usually eating shrimp. But that was the most shrimp that I ever got in a shrimp and grits, and the grits were really delicious. So if I go back, I would definitely order the same thing.
Yeah, we were loaded.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God. And Special K does not eat seafood. But when I seen Bambi play, I was looking like, oh my God, I could have got that and just ate it all by myself. Oh my goodness.
So
I was surprised as well because when they do shrimp, they don't give you, but it was plenty of shrimp in that bowl. But she was talking about for the biscuits. So for ours, the wings were great. We enjoyed the wings. As a matter of fact, we was like, God, we should have got a double order of wings. So usually, because we've gone before, we've enjoyed the breakfast or what have you, right? So it was a limited menu. So what I had originally planned on trying, I had to find something else. And I didn't really like the other entrees. It was like a seafood something. As you saw in the picture, the taco thing that somebody had, that was an option. It was maybe 4 entree options, but that was it. And then the wings was as an appetizer, and something other like that was an appetizer. But the biscuits, oh my God, the biscuits were a weapon. Like I could have look at Tisha. I could have thrown that biscuit, Tisha, and hit somebody and caught a charge that day. Yeah, like, yeah. I don't even know if you could drink anything to really get it down because the gravy didn't even help it. So I was like, I'm not a cat. I don't have 9 lives. I'm not doing this today. Yeah, so we kind of.
So this whole, you guys were a part of a group, so therefore you can only order 5. Like that's, I feel a way. And you
yes,
said that there was no notification prior. Wow.
Yeah, wow. I felt the whole way. Now, and I guess it would have been different if this was my first experience there.
Right.
So, you know, this is what they got to choose from, you know, but being that I've been there before, and because I've been there before, like I said, I kind of had my mind set on what I wanted to order, you know, and if maybe not that, something kind of around that, you know what I mean? But it just threw me off not to have that. And then before that, we thought, well, maybe because it's brunch and it's the time of day, you know, that while we have a limited menu. So we had asked for a drink, something or whatever, right? The drink. So they brought out the big menu. So we was like, oh, okay, is this just for a certain time of day? Like y'all on offer? And it was like, oh yeah, we are, but you guys are such a large. And I was like, really? Yeah, I didn't.
And I'm sure like they had their reasons. It may be like a lot of waste. I mean, it's probably easier on the restaurant to how they came up with this whole concept. I just wish they had like maybe 1 or 2 more options. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest, if the biscuit wasn't is so bad, we probably wouldn't even care about the options they had, because I could have ate the shrimp and grits, you know, that looked good from Bambi's, and then my sister girl that was sitting beside me on the other side, hers was loaded. I think she had even more shrimp than Bambi. I was like, oh my god, you know what I mean? But one thing that the 3 of us did get was the flight, the mimosa flight. Okay. I'm gonna let you tell them what they thought about it first, and I'll tell you what I thought about it. Who want to go first? Keisha, you go first, Special K, because your facial expression.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, y'all know if I'm going to have something, it has to be sweet. You know what I mean? But Bambi can back me up that they were tart. They were also tart. So the way the flight goes, you don't get to choose your flavors. It automatically comes with certain flavors. So the only thing that changes is the lemonade. The lemonade is seasonal. So whatever they have during that time, that's the lemonade. So the flight was bloody orange. Oh my goodness. I have my brain. Oh, passion fruit, orange mango, and blueberry lemonade. The bloody orange, that was the best. Like, if we could have gotten like 4 bloody orange, and we all really thought that was going to be the worst. I don't know why, like bloody orange, I just didn't think that was going to be, but that one was awesome. The other 3, I really did not care for. I think I might have drunk half of maybe the mango pineapple just so Miss Ebony didn't have to, you know, drink them all by herself. And we were paying for it, but they were tart. I didn't like them.
So what did you think, Bambi, about the mimosa?
I agree with Special K exactly. If I could do it and get all 4 of them, bloody orange, I would do that. But when I go back, I will definitely order just that one. All the rest of them were tart. I really just drank them because I don't like to waste my money. But just the orange one was the only good one.
For me, the bloody orange was my favorite. But like Special K said, I wasn't, and I'm like you too, baby. I'm not gonna waste my money. And then for me, I don't have to drink for taste. You know, it could be tart, it could be sweet. I'm gonna drink it. And so
I don't know if that's good, really, but okay.
I like mimosas, but do you all think they had champagne in it or wine? I think they had champagne. I prefer my mimosas with wine, even though I understand that the original way is with champagne. I'm not really a big champagne drinker or lover. But yeah, the bloody orange was definitely my favorite. But I'm definitely glad that we got the flight and we were able to try it, because I will say this, it was a reasonable price.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. How much was the flight?
What was it?
$20.
20?
It was
I
20
think
and you got 4 of them.
Yeah, because like one I think was like $8. So
Oh.
we figured by the time you get one, if you enjoy it and you got another one, so like Ebony and I was sharing, so that was already going to be 2. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I was like, well, we might as well, just get the flight or what have you. And
Right.
and when she told us the flavors, they sounded good.
Yeah.
So we was like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll try it. But I'm glad we did get it and get to try it. So when I do go back, I know which one to get.
Yeah.
I want to add, because I've been to, we've actually gone to Nest before, a couple of times before. So I wanted for the viewers, I kind of feel like their menu is like, I kind of feel like they are a farm to table type restaurant, meaning they do have vegan options. They do have a lot of fresh, like Ebony was just talking about, their lemonade is seasonal. Like it's a lot of things that they make in-house. And they probably get from, the farmers out here, because a lot of their stuff, like it's not like a like an Applebee's where you can tell that it's been processed. And
right.
I'm kind of surprised because Nest really kind of usually hits it, right on the mark.
Yeah, because they have a homemade. We didn't get a chance to take advantage of it this time, but they have a homemade preserve, and it's really, really good. It's good on your bread, and it's good on your French toast or your pancakes. I think we tried it the first time, the 3 of us.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
and that was one of the things I was looking forward to, because when Tisha and I went, I tried it on the French toast, and it was really good. So I was like, I might get that French toast with that preserve or something other. Yeah, that is good.
So anybody get dessert, or were you kind of like?
No, we did try dessert. Our sister girl Shanetta had we all seen this server go by with a tray of desserts. And so she had inquired about it, and we found out. I'm so glad she said something, because we ended up finding out it was samples. They were getting out free samples. Does Shanetta put it in the chat? I don't remember the name of that dessert. But let me go to the chat really quickly. Shirley said, I actually like the biscuits, but it definitely needed lots of gravy with it. So she probably actually got like a fresh batch, or because it was a couple of us that had got biscuits, and it was someone else at the table that biscuits were really, really hard, So I'm sure that if we would have got them, fresh like Shirley, we probably really would have enjoyed it, because I did enjoy the gravy. But but can y'all describe the dessert while we're waiting on the name of it?
I don't know if it was like a bread pudding something.
I kind of felt like it was like some sort of a cinnamon roll. I really didn't eat a whole lot of it because I actually was full, but it kind of looked like a miniature cinnamon roll to me.
Was that peaches though? It was good though. It was peaches and some type of cream. It definitely probably was homemade. I definitely think it was homemade. And I only ate like a little small piece of it as well. But it was good. We gotta give it that, because I would say that was good.
Right.
It was.
Okay, so I know Bambi was talking about the time in between when someone got their meal and that kind of, so like how bad was it there getting your food on time, actually eating together as a group? Like, how did that go?
I'll take it. I thought it was a wait. The food came out really slow. So being that it came out so slow, I was sitting there like, y'all could have gave us the whole menu then. You know what I mean? If you're going to give us a shorter version of a menu, but then take the same amount of time, like we had full options. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was slow. I don't know if they were shorter in the kitchen. I know the staff, it wasn't a lot. It was slow. Right. And then with Ebony and I sharing, we let the waitress know at the beginning that we were sharing. Okay. And we asked her for an extra plate. Okay, no problem. Yeah, right? So she came back. It's always somebody different that brings the food out than the actual waitress, right? So I was like, okay, we need an extra plate. We're waiting on an extra plate. It was like, okay, sure, I got you. Let me go in and grab it. They never came back out.
Okay.
Never came back out. So the waitress came back out. She was like, "Is everything good?" We was like, "Yeah, food is great, but so we was like, yeah, the wings were great, but we're eating an extra plate. You know, we're still waiting on a plate."
And
So
the
she
ranch.
was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go and grab it for you." Never came back out. We sat there so long waiting on this extra plate that the ladies that were at the table with us gave us their salsas.
Yeah.
So we had 3 or 4 salsas that we took our food and divided it up on. And then she came back and brought the plate. No, before she came back and brought the plate, she came back out, and the young lady that was sitting beside Ebony didn't have her food yet, right? So she brought her food. So Ebony was like, sweetie, we're still waiting on our plate. So she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was trying to make sure we got everybody's food out." So I'm sitting here like, so our food is cold while you're trying to wait for this one other person that, mind you, it's been like at least 5 minutes or so. Like, you could have just, like, lady, go in there and grab a plate off that doggone shelf and throw it out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she was like, I want to make sure everybody got their food. So she drops the lady food off beside Ebony, right? Cool. She proceeds to take another order. Okay, look, we was with a group, so I was civilized. I was trying to be a part of this group. I was trying to make sure I got in, so I had to behave. But I'm sitting there like, Father God, you know your child is. I'm having a moment here, God. I'm really having a moment over a plate. Like if it had been me and Ebony, I'd have been like, you know what, sweetie, don't worry about that plate. Don't bring me one out. Take this plate to the back and take this off my bill because.
So listen, I gotta tell y'all why I'm laughing.
Did we finally get the plate? When we got the plate, I think we were still eating.
Yeah, when we got the plate, we just took the plate. Damn. So look, I gotta tell everybody because I don't want y'all to think like I'm on something over here, okay? So I'm laughing because when we got to the car, I will never forget. Keisha was like, I just got into this group, and it's positive vibes. She was like, the ladies are great. She was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I went and all the ladies were so great. You didn't feel like no one was looking at you, checking you up and down, none of that, right?" So that's why I'm laughing because it was so hard for Keisha to not ask you to take everything back. Okay. Before we move forward, let's go to the chat. Shout out to my sister girl Carla. She said, "I have been there on several occasions, and my food and service wasn't good for the last 4 times."
Oh, wow.
See, that's needed information. I don't know if it's been like a management change or what's going on.
I don't know.
We got to say that when we 3 went together, Tisha and Special K and I, it was years ago. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna have to definitely simmer,
Tisha and I went during COVID, right?
Yeah,
when the world had started kind of opening back up again, it was her and I went, and it was good. It was good.
So maybe it's been some type of change. Also in the chat, sister girl Shanetta said, "Thanks for behaving, Special K." Okay, girl, you was ready to get kicked out before you got invited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we gotta give it a grade.
Right. All right, ladies. So, what is the final grade?
We're gonna let our guests go first. Oh, so the way this works is you got to give it a grade A through F and then tell us why. Tell our viewers why.
I would give it a B plus because I actually really did enjoy my food, and that's kind of a rarity for me to say that. For me to not make it higher than that, it would just be because they limited the menu, and I take so long to order. I had already looked at the menu at home and knew what I wanted, but then I couldn't get that.
They messed her up too.
So other than that was the negative part, and then just the fact that the delayed motion that the food came out, those were the only 2 things that if they did those right, I would have gave it an A, but I'll say B plus.
Okay, good. I'll go next. I give it a C plus. And if it wasn't, I would have given it, let me tell you why I gave it a C plus. I gave it a C plus because those wings were really, really good. I enjoyed the mimosas. And the reason why it is a C and not a B is because I did not enjoy that entree with those biscuits. Those biscuits were just terrible, okay? I was just going to try to get through it just because I don't like to waste money. But after a while, I said either they going to do CPR on me, or you know what I'm saying, and then or I'm just not gonna eat these biscuits. You know what I mean? So I would have to give it a C plus. And then also, I wish our service, she was great personality, customer service. I wish she was supported more. It was so many different people coming from the back bringing out the plates. They should have took one of those people out of the kitchen and gave her some help. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I would give it a C plus. I also would share my feedback with the owners or management, because it's not just us. Like, we're up here, and as we can see in the chat, other people have went in for a caller to say 4 times in a row and for it to not. So I definitely give it a C plus. Go ahead, Special Guest.
Yeah, I would do a C plus as well. Okay. For some of the same reasons that Miss Ebony said. Kudos to the young lady in the chat that did 4 times, because you got like once, and I'm like, let me try it again. That second time, I'm done. I'm not giving you 2 other times. But because of the slowness, like everybody said, I did not like the limited menu. Like, that really from jump kind of like messed me up, because I knew what I wanted. You know what I mean? And I'm like Bambi, a lot of times, even when we go out together, we'll put the menu in the group. You know what I'm saying? So we can kind of like decide, see what's good, but the service, the slow service with none of the wait staff having support. The wait staff was very, very limited that day. They really were. But we didn't get pictures of the bathroom. I did check the bathroom out, and I actually had to use it. It was clean. So I appreciated that. So that was good as well. But I'm big on, speed. You know what I mean? It was a lot of us in there. And it's like, if you can't accommodate, then it's okay to say that too. Because I know I've gone to another restaurant before, and they'll let you know, they're like, hey, we're short-staffed today, and we're not going to be able to accommodate, a party of your size. So it's like, if that's the case, let people know. So probably a C plus as well.
Before we move on, I have to say this. I think the reason why Special K and I didn't spend too much time thinking about the negative is because we had such a good time with the group that we were with.
Yeah.
Like, that made a difference, because we kind of, when we left, we talked about a little bit laughing in the car, but we really didn't harp on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also
in the chat, it was a Realtor event, a Delta event, and 2 personal times. She said, but I'm officially done. Okay? done. It, okay?
Yeah, it was a lot of different, things. You could tell it was a lot of different groups in there. But, it usually is when we go. And I guess because we always do our brunch in there with them on the weekends, I don't think we've gone in there yet and it's been empty. You know what I mean? It's always a lot of people in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all heard it. That was for
Well, it's definitely worth going. It's definitely worth trying. Yeah. I will go back again. But if you have multiple people, don't let them know. Sit close to each other, but don't put the tables together. Stay divided so you can get the full menu.
All right, listen. Don't go anywhere. This is just half of the show. Stay tuned. We got some commercials we got to get through. And when we get back, we're going to get to the chat part, y'all. Let's go. Welcome back. See, that's why you can't take commercial break. Word, okay, there.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Tisha, I ain't do it. I was sitting here waiting.
I'm sorry. That was the producer. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. We hope that you have enjoyed that quick commercial break. Upcoming events, we have Seychelles Essence. She has a brunch. Is it brunch for us or with us?
With us.
Brunch with us. That's coming up in May.
It's a networking brunch.
Yes, a networking brunch. Get those tickets. It is only, well, you know what? The early bird was $40. And now I think the regular admission is $50. It comes with a catered brunch. Also, I believe it comes with a shirt. So when you get your ticket, you get a when you purchase your ticket, you send her your shirt size. Like, you can't be there. Where you going to a brunch and you gonna eat, network, and get a t-shirt for $50? So that's in May. Okay, so stay tuned for that. I have to let everyone know that the owner CEO of Worldwide Entertainment Media Group has postponed the upcoming networking event that was scheduled for March the 19th. We got a lot of people that would like to participate, which of course we were really, really excited about. But what it did was it expanded the company's vision. Okay, June is the month of the 1-year anniversary for Worldwide Entertainment. Yes, so we're gonna have an all-white networking party live with DJ. We're gonna network. We're bringing out all entrepreneurs. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. So stay tuned for that. And then, as you can see, for our sponsors, we have, what's the name of Mr. Watson's company?
It's New Wave Construction, the place where all construction should begin. I think I messed that up, but that's all right. New Wave Construction.
So we have New Wave, and we want to thank New Wave, because New Wave is one of our platinum sponsors right now. Okay.
Okay, platinum.
Yes, New Wave Construction and New Wave Painting. Okay, New Wave offers commercial cleaning, and also, like Tisha said, construction, remodeling in the home, some of everything. You name it, they do it. Okay, so check out New Wave. We're gonna drop all this information in the Chat and Chew Facebook group. If you aren't following us in the Facebook group, please, not right now, but after this episode, go to the search bar, Chat and Chew. Send that invitation. It's an open group. Check out our previous episodes. If you have a nonprofit organization, you have something going on in the 757 area or beyond, please contact us, because we do advertisement for free for nonprofit organizations. Okay. All right. What are we going to talk about today, ladies? This is my favorite part.
Today, we are going to talk about women. We're going to start a new trend with women getting along. You know, we've all heard, we've been probably guilty of all saying it, you know, we can't be together too long. You know, the group can't be too big. Women, we don't get along, but for so long. Then here comes the drama, this, and that. But even if that is the case or has been the case, we want to talk about changing that. At the end of the day, changing that. A lot of times, because I don't have a big group of females, and mostly for that reason, you know what I mean? But at the same time, as I get older, I'm valuing more friendships, and friendships outside of my usual circle, friendships outside of family. Because at the end of the day, we all need somebody, you know what I mean, that could be there. Because what if your circle is the problem? What if your family is the problem? Like, so who do I go vent to? Ebony and Tisha could be the problem. I need to talk to Bambi, because Ebony and Tisha is getting on my nerves. So we're going to talk about, you know, like I said, changing that, ways to change that. Can it be changed? And one of the things that I loved about the group with Bambi and the Sister Circle, Positive Vibes Sister Circle, is when Ebony first told me about it, she was like, girl, you know, I'm a part of this group, so and so and so. And she was telling me all the things and how do you be a part. She was letting me know that, because, you know, eventually, you know, like I said, what's normal is we don't get along. Like, after a while, some kind of drama, you know what I mean, ignites and starts. But she was like, girl, no, not in this group, because they'll put you out. I was like, girl, what? Like, so for real, total drama free? Like, how do I be the part? So we have Bambi, and Bambi's going to give us a little bit about her group.
Okay. I'm new to this, so bear with me. I had to write some stuff down so that I didn't mess up. So it's called Positive Vibe Sister Circle, and it was created February 9th of 2022. Right now we have 19 women, and all of us are 40 and above. For me, it creates less drama, in my opinion, and the younger people don't want to kind of talk about the kind of things that we're talking about. I think what the main reason why I created it is I had a major surgery, and one thing that reflected on me in my recovery was I didn't remember the pain and the things I went through. What I did remember is the people that came by and supported me, and it was genuine, brought me food, brought my medicine, was there for me when I needed them. That to me is major. And kind of like also what Special K said, I have a large circle of girlfriends, but I found that there were a few that were creating drama all the time. And as I'm getting older, I just don't want to be a part of any of that. And it was hard to go to things and not be able to be in their presence. So those two things made me decide to, as I meet people, just create a group of my own. If I sense any negative vibes, although sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, you have to go. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I want this to continue to grow. I want everybody to feel comfortable and not judged no matter what they're talking about or what they're going through. So, I mean, I'm happy, and I'm happy you ladies joined because y'all are the bomb.
So, let me speak a little bit about the group. So, when I got in the group, I was that fresh 39 again. But I think Bambi and I were both in the group, which we still are in the same. It's another group on Facebook called Black Women Making Friends in a 757, something like that. And so, you're in this big group, and it's a lot of women in there, right? And you're engaging, and they're planning different things or whatever. But Bambi had reached out to me in my DM and told me about her group. And I told her I was only 39. She was like, that's okay, so she invited me, right? So I was in this Facebook group for a while before I even went out to an actual event. And in the chat, it's always positivity. Good morning. How are you doing? If someone is going through, it's no judging. Like if someone is sick, if someone is going through an event, whatever the case may be, these group of women come together from all walks of life, discuss it, and it's positive. Speaking positivity into your life, letting you know that you can reach out. One of the things that I noticed first on when I went to an actual event is it was no clicks. And that was so good. Now, come on, let's be honest. Some may grow closer than others, but when we all get together, that's why I know when everyone comes together, everyone is all on one accord, so. And what I liked about it is it's events, like Bambi said, in all 7 cities, right? So the very first event I went to, it was a movie event. Oh, was it Virginia Beach or Chesapeake?
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach.
I don't know what that. It's Virginia Beach.
Right. So I went to an event. Everyone welcomed me. It was my first time coming out, and it's been like that every time. You know what I mean? So let's talk about what are the challenges, ladies, that you have experienced in the past with, trying to put yourself out there to get to know women. Let's start with you, Tisha. What are some of your experiences in the past that's made it so challenging?
Well, y'all already know I'm team no new friends. So,
but I'm sure that came from somewhere, though.
So with me, and I honestly think it's an age thing. As I've gotten older, the women that I interact with, one, they're more like-minded, so they, kind of, think how I think, or, similar personalities. So it meshes better. But what I have experienced in life, and I'm not trying to say, I don't want people to get the idea that I think I'm all that or anything like that, but I get a lot of jealousy. Listen, okay. I love me. You gotta love yourself, but honestly, I've gotten a lot of jealousy. I've a lot of people who said they were friends, but I found out they were talking about me behind my back. They were doing, shady things. And for me, because I am team no new friends, if I allowed you into my space and into my circle, it hurts when I turn around and you stab me in the back or you said things about me. I've also heard, that initially I seem unapproachable. Some people sometimes feel one way about me until I, speak or allow, normally, I'm half extrovert, introvert. So it's kind of like half, especially when I'm in a new situation. I'm an introvert and I have one of those resting bee faces. So, so, sometimes that first impression of me is, oh, she thinks, and that is so far from who I actually am. And so it's not until people actually get to, joking with me or like, oh, you cool. Oh, I wish I would have talked to you earlier. So, so I've kind of learned like through the years, that's to, protect my peace.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's top priority. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of like friends. Or let me see you out, seek it out first. Let me see what it is first before I'm like, hey, you're my girl or whatever like that. But yeah, it's sometimes it's some cattiness.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm. I'll go. I know for me, I was kind of like a teacher with the smaller group, because even when I was younger, I've just never been about that drama life. You know what I mean? So my circles has probably always been small. And like she said, usually it's somebody that I think is a good friend that end up showing that no, they're not. So I guess at the end of the day, I guess we kind of built up walls. If that's safe to say, we built up walls to like not let people in, but so much so you don't have to go through.
right.
And then I know I went through a part for a little while in life where when I was going through a divorce of my marriage, I was going through my divorce, and our thing was he was cheating. So it was a lot of women and he was in this small town where he was like really the man, like he really was the man of that small town. So it was a lot of women that knew me, but I didn't know them. And I had to realize later in life that I had started not wanting to really be friends with women because during that time I was like, you could be one of them. You could be, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like I couldn't trust anybody, But then as I got older, even now I'm like, I don't want to be so I haven't been that way in a while. So it's mostly been closed circle because of the drama, But I figure me and my personality, I'm supposed to be an atmosphere changer. I'm supposed to be able to change whatever it is that's around me. You know what I mean? So now I figure, well, if they come and they like that, that's up to you to let it continue to be like that or to change that. To encourage that sister because she's that way for a reason. Whether it be catty, she's trying to have drama. So maybe she needs somebody that's on the positive to kind of like bring her out of that negativity or that drama or whatever and find out like, hey sis, maybe let's have a chit chat, let's talk. So it doesn't necessarily mean that she has to be my best friend, but I might be hers. You know what I mean? So I figure I have a lot that I can offer women. So if I have this wall up and I don't ever really go out there because I'm worried about the cattiness or I'm worried about the drama, then the gift that I have, I could be blocking it off from a lot of people. I could be the one to change that sister's outlook. You know what I mean? I'm one of the ones I definitely see half full versus half empty. You know what I mean? And I don't, if it is like less than half, you know what I mean? Then it's like, well, we're going to focus on that 10th or we're going to focus on that quarter or whatever. I'm always on the positive side. So I figure what I have, if I let these women in, I can rub off on them. You know what I mean? So we can change and we can get rid of some of this cattiness, because men will come together, men will have whatever, and they'll be right back at it. And one of the things that really got me was I started looking at myself included, but other women, how many chances we give men? How much drama do we go through with the men in our lives at the end of the day? And we'll cut them off for a little bit, but we let them right back in. But if a female does that, we didn't clipped her for good. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that the same grace we give one, then we should extend to another. Because at the end of the day, my sister's probably going to really be there for me longer than this man is that I keep giving, this grace to. Yeah. So I'm trying to really change my outlook on things. And if I can be the difference that, maybe can change another woman so we can stop all of this. We can't get along. We can't, you know what I mean? Then I want to be one to do that.
So Bambi, before I go, tell me what's some challenges that you had faced, before you met these group of ladies here, in the past. What's some challenges you faced with friendships?
To be very transparent, I'm going to say that a lot of times people seem to feel like light-skinned girls are bougie and stuck up.
That's true.
Yeah.
That just really irks me, because if you would just take the time to get to know me, you'll be like, dang, she's so cool. Yeah. But I also get the other side of it, because I have 9 sisters and some of them are that way. So I get that part too.
That's true.
I guess I realized that, like Special K was saying, I used to feel like, you know what? Well, forget them. I'm just going to cut myself off. And I don't need them. But then I realized I have to be the bigger person and let them, some get the chance to know me and realize, hey, don't just judge me. Take the time and get to know me, and you'll actually enjoy being around me. So yeah. And for me also, it's the fact that I live in a state that I'm not from. And I think when you grow up, stay where you grew up at, people know you, they know your family. When you're a female and you live far away from home and you want friends, you have to get to know them like you haven't known them all your life. So yeah, and I don't want to be somebody that doesn't have friends. I can be introverted at time and go places by myself. I don't mind. But then there's times when I'm like, I'm gonna text everybody and see who's coming out tonight. So.
For me, I'm not gonna say I've always been big on friends. People think I have a lot of friends because I know a lot of people, right? So I am very friendly, and I have the type of personality that I make people talk to me. You know what I mean? Like even where I work now, I remember when I first started working there. Nothing against you New Yorkers, but it's a big difference between someone from up north and someone from down south, right? And so. She had already gave me the whole 411, like, look, I'm from New York, I don't talk, and I made her talk to me. Every morning I made her talk, and I kind of opened her up, not change her. She still remained who she was, you know what I mean? So I definitely feel you, Special K, when you say that, you can make the difference. A lot of times, especially in our culture as women, we have been through so much and we carry so much that even when we're out engaging with others, we're still so wrapped up here. You know what I mean? And I remember one time, I think Tisha talked about it on her show, Circle of Peace, shout out, that you grew up keep not talking about it, what go on in this home, stay in this home, so when women are dealing with different things, I think we keep it in, you know what I mean? But actually going out and engaging with others can really help you to not think about what you're going through in life, you know what I mean? So I've definitely had challenges, but I don't give up on friends. And I remember Special K saying to me a while ago how, and it's so true, all of us women are guilty of it. We will give, whether it's your boyfriend, your husband, it doesn't matter. He can hurt you and you will forgive him and you will take him back and you'll be mad, cuss him out. But when it comes to women, we will go days, weeks, years and months without trying to repair that thing. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, next thing you know, he gone and you could have, with your good girlfriend, or relatives, because it's not just always a friendship. I think this speaks good too when it comes to relatives. But you're so right, Special K. I'm guilty of you. I quit, But I'm really excited about this group that I'm a part of because people listen, I see it all the time on Facebook, no shade, but positive vibes, and they negative, they shady, and they messy, okay? They got the hashtag every morning, with positive vibes. Y'all said I felt that thing. But in this group, it really is a group of positive women, from all walks of life. So I just really, really enjoy that. Let's go to the chat. So, Kiana said, I was the same way. Like you, Tisha, no new friends, laugh out loud. She also said, as I got older, I learned that less is more. I surround myself with like-minded women and not concern myself with situational friendships. I like that. That's dope. You know what I mean? And one thing I can say, all of us have a choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you should just give every woman a chance or every person,
Right.
People should definitely earn to be in your presence and your space. And you got to be careful because you don't know what spirit they carrying on them, whether you're spiritual or not. Like, I don't know about you ladies, but I've been around somebody before, happy as I don't know what. And then I get around them and it's so heavy, the negativity, you know what I mean? And then they follow you. Next thing you know, you ain't happy. You know what I mean? So,
but you don't want to leave that sister there. You know what I'm saying? Because you can feel that heaviness, know? So it's like, as we grow and we mature, it's like, now some people, they want to live in that heaviness. You know what I mean? And that's just what they used to. That's what they know. And it's like, okay, I'm going to pray for you over here. But some people, if you introduce them to something else to help them come from up under that heaviness, you know what I mean? Like, they're really looking for that. They really want, you know what I mean, to be better.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tisha.
Yeah, it's a special case. She different than me. No. Especially like I said, in my 20s, I would be more willing to, let's figure this out. Nah.
Let's figure this out.
I'll be 40 in June, and like I said, and we just have to, understand and recognize the fact that, like, our time, there's value to our time. And if someone is going to come into your circle, come into your life, they have to respect that time and understand. Not saying that we're all that. No. But I mean, if you have a 9 to 5 to work there, there's a dollar value per hour to how much you're giving to that particular job. So our time, there's value to it. And so we have to be protective of, our space, because everybody can't, come in, and everybody's not supposed to. Now, he's different ministry over there.
Yeah, I am. I will admit, I am a whole plethora of different than Minister Tisha. My ministry is totally different. And like I said, not everybody, because some people, that's where they're at. That's where they want to be. Ain't no changing. I'm not trying to force, if God can get through to you, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm not. But at the same time, if I feel like, but my spirit says, go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Go see, like, hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? Then I got a couple of minutes to see if I can change that sister's life, that heaviness or whatever, she's under, if she wants to come from up under it, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we've all probably needed somebody when we were weighted to be like, hey, sis, or it made a difference if somebody came to us and be like, hey, how you doing today? Just that, hey, how you doing today? It just, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So if I can be, like I said, it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Jesus didn't save the world. Like, that's some believe, some don't believe. I'm not trying to do his job. You know what I mean? But for those that I can, I'm willing. I'm willing to try to help that sister.
Yeah.
I get excited. And I had talked about this on the Layers Effect. Shout out to Layers Effect, Miss Ebony. Wednesday night.
Did she shout out herself? Did she shout out?
You gotta put these plugs in when you can put them in, okay? That's why you gotta get you a podcast show. You can say what you want now.
She got a whole dance and all.
But I get excited, like, I have been intentional with, like, if I'm out and I see a woman and I like her hair, I'll let her know right off. Oh, sis, I love your hair. I love those shoes. I love that pocketbook, because when I was single, it was nothing for me to engage with a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be in a grocery store making up stupid comments. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying, for me, and then for me, it's different as well, because I am an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? I have an entrepreneur. I am heavily involved with like community involvement. You know what I mean? So with me, you need people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, for example, I got a podcast show, right? How can I, who coming up here to watch me if I'm not going to step out of my comfort zone and be out here getting to know people? You know what I mean? Because I need them to spread the word. Because I'm going to tell you something. Like right now, the viewers we have, these are probably people that I can honestly say I probably just met them or maybe a few months ago, but I can guarantee you I may have one family member up here. I can guarantee you that like a good girlfriend from years and years ago that I consider, she's probably not up here, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, it's especially in the culture we're in as entrepreneurs, as having a platform, we gotta step out of our comfort zone. Now I'm gonna tell you the difference. I know a lot of people, but not everyone has been to my house. So there is a difference. I'm not open to making a million friends,
right,
and having them all over. You know what I mean?
Because you're not coming to my house. That we not have. We gotta protect this spirit right here. You're not coming to you is somebody if you come to my house.
So let me ask you, because I will say, Bambi, you are really good with choosing and selecting women. I haven't met one yet that I'd be like, oh, how's she get in the group? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and then if they, like she said, if they're in there and they're, you know, the energy isn't good and it's negative or drama, like if they in her DM and they talking negative about other sisters, see, this is the thing about it. This how messy Bambi now. She don't go to the sister and say, hey, so-and-so talking about you. That reminds me of another group. You know what I mean? Or make up a lie. You know what I'm saying? What she do is she just quietly removes them, and then you don't even know that, okay, this person's talking about you, and that's what, you know what I mean? So, Bambi, what are some different qualities that you look for? Because you do go out and network and go to different events. So what are some different qualities that you look for when you select the women?
I have to say, I always feel like I've been a judge of good character. When I'm around somebody, I feel like I can immediately sense a vibe on if it's positive or if it's negative. I say that's why I'm such a great poker player, because I can read people really well. Or I'm also into astrology, and I feel like it's an Aquarius thing as well. We're really good at reading people. And that's my thing. I've always been good at that. And I'll give anybody a chance, but as soon as I feel a hint of any type of drama or you're sending me personal messages that I think are not necessary, yeah, you gotta go. I mean, that's the only scary part of this group, because I hate to see some of them out in public and need security, but not doing no negative vibes at all.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
I remember at the brunch when Bambi was like, you know, how do I tell the people so and so and so? And then somebody was like, well, maybe you should get like a sergeant at arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody did say that.
And she was like, but no, you know, it's my group. So I think I'll just tell them, you know, I'll just kind of pull them to the side, and y'all, if you don't see him anymore, you know what happened. I was like, yes, sis, just handle it yourself. Like, look at here. So, yeah. This ain't gonna work. Because she didn't want to put anybody else in that situation to tell somebody that, you know, we're gonna have to let you go. So I thought that was real big. That was cool.
Yeah. Let's go to the chat. We have Courtney here. Yes, I do the same, complimenting women. Most of the times we are surprised that another woman, is on the other end of a compliment. That is true. Almost intriguing that we don't expect it to be encouraged. Yes, you know what? I'm guilty of that. I have been out, like, especially when I was rocking the purple or the violet, whatever that color is, because y'all know I switch it up, purple, pink. But I never forget, like, it was a African American woman, and she was like, oh, I love your hair, the very first time, because I had like a lot of Caucasian women compliment me on the purple, right? And so I was just so shocked that she didn't look at me strange, because I was a little worried about wearing that purple hair, but I was like, thank you. You know what I mean? The other day I was walking, and a sister told me, she said, you are so beautiful. I said, thank you. You are so beautiful too. Like, it gets me excited. You know what I mean? Because you don't find that. And, you know, it could, I don't even want to say that's an age thing, because I even had some youngins, some younger sisters like, oh, I like your hair. And I'm like, I like your hair. You know what I mean?
Y'all notice how her voice changed and stuff? So, like, was that a ghetto young sister?
Listen. stop. Okay, I just had to get y'all know me.
Your hair. The other people was like, I like your hair. You know, your hair is beautiful. I like your hair. Your hair. Like,
he was younger.
Where were you at? Did you like your hair?
You know what? Okay, comedian, special K. Okay, but listen. So, Bambi, you want to tell everyone how they can even contact you on being a part of this group over in Facebook? Because I do like her new rule. The old rule was you could just invite people and you add them to the chat and you see them when you go out, and it's not like that now. So let's let our ladies know, especially our listeners that are 40 and up or coming up on 40 and up, how can they get involved with this group?
You can definitely reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. It's Andrea Bambi Butler. Actually, there were 4 or 5 people I invited that are possibly viewing right now. That the beginning process, like you said, it used to be everybody just join. But then there were people that were not active. They just were kind of peeking and sitting there. And that's not what we want. I know everyone has a life and you get busy, but we want to engage with each other, because a lot of us go through things and we're going through the same things. And until somebody says it, you're like, oh, wow, yeah, I've been through that too. And that's what I love about the brunches is the mature, intimate conversations that we have that you just can't have with everybody. And there's no judgment, and you can feel that in the room. So I switched it to where the new process is you don't get added to the group messenger or the group page until you've been to at least one brunch with us. That gives us the opportunity to feel your vibe, to see if you fit in, and also the person the chance to see if kind of where what they want. So once you come to one brunch, if you feel like you want to be a part of it and everyone else is okay with it, then we add you to both.
Yeah, and I love it because I've been a part of a lot of different organizations, and I feel like this one there's no pressure. I'm not saying that things won't change for her group as they grow. You know what I mean? When she gets to 100 and 200 ladies, she may have to like, okay, look, it's a registration, and we got to do a background check. You never know.
Not a registration, right? Background.
But for now, I have to say, like, I love that it's not full of rules. It's simple. Be respectful, be kind, be positive, and be 40 and above, right? But you can put in your suggestions in the group. I remember when Special Kid got invited, I said, look, if you got something, everyone doesn't have to come. So like right now, let's say if I'm going out tomorrow night, I can drop it in the group. I'm going to ABC. That's not the ABC. Never. Okay. I'm going somewhere. And if anybody want to join me, and you may have 1 or 2 ladies show up, you go out, you take pictures, you add it to the group so we can create memories. That's another thing Bambi stands for that I love, is creating memories. And you don't have to come to everything. You just, you know what I mean? You have to engage in a chat, you can put your mute on and come in and go out or whatever, but and just come out. It could be your idea. So that I do like that part. I love that part.
I like too that you have to come out and be a part and see how you vibe with the other women. Yeah. Because maybe they vibe great with me, or vibe great with you, or maybe they love Bambi. Yeah. But somebody else in the group might be like, no, I didn't get that same kind of. So I think that's really nice that everybody has to have a yes. We want them to be a part.
Let's go to the chat. Courtney said, when is the next brunch?
18.
Say it again, Ben. We're sorry. Say it one more time. Sorry.
The next brunch is March 18th. Shanetta's actually putting that together. Sometimes it takes longer because it's usually anywhere from 8, and as we get bigger, possibly 8 to 20 people. And not a lot of restaurants want to serve that many people, but we don't want to have to cut it off at a certain amount. So March 18th is the save the date for right now.
And Courtney, what we'll do is we'll drop Bambi's profile pic so you can find her on Facebook and send her a DM. Okay, she's in the Chat and Chew group on Facebook as well. So if you do send her a DM and then she doesn't respond, it's probably because, of course, if you're not Facebook friends, you're in the other, and sometimes you don't get that till like months later. So just come back to the Chat and Chew chat and just drop in there, tag her, hey, I sent you a DM, and she would definitely contact you. Mm-hmm. And let me say this. So we do brunches, but that's not all we do. You know, like I said before, I mean, it could be bowling. It could be going to the gun range. It could be going out to a club. It's just, you know, whatever you come up with or someone else, another sister group come up with. But brunches is our thing. I swear. Does anyone have any closing remarks before we close out? Okay, got it. Good job, Courtney. All right. Anything you ladies want to say before we close out?
Bambi, you want to close us out?
Look at
Bambi,
look, I'm already over here like admiring you ladies because I'm used to watching it and I'm like, oh, this seems so easy. But now that I'm here, I'm like, is my nose running? I feel like it's sweating. Like there's so much going on in my head right now that no, I just want to thank you all for having me and definitely for being a part of the group. I'm going to work really hard to keep it, you know, positive and just with women that we can be there for each other, because I feel like there's a lot going on in the world where there's people that are trying to keep us apart, and we need each other. And that's just the bottom line. You really do. Like you say, men, they can come and go. But your sisters, if they're true, they will always be there for you. So I appreciate you all having me.
Okay, look how Bambi just did the close out.
I know, right? She's not a professional.
And then you got to see it on the other side. So you got to see it before we go live, what we going to say, countdown, let's go, let's rock and roll. So again, though, we appreciate everyone for checking out this episode tonight. Whether you're watching it live here with us tonight or you're watching the replay, we definitely appreciate you. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We get the reviews, and then we don't see this. We get new reviews, right? And new likes. But please make sure that you subscribe. And then also join us over there on the Facebook group. We are in there daily interacting. Go over, it's an open group. Check it out. Scroll up and down. Check out a couple episodes. See if you want to join. But again, we appreciate you all. Shout out to our producer, the CEO of Worldwide Entertainment Media Group. We thank you for putting this together. Tomorrow night, we have another live episode of Circle of Peace. Y'all can catch our good sister on that show, Reverend Latisha Watson.
She have to say it like that, though?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why. Please forgive me, Mr. Watson, because I had gave her a shout out on the Layers Effect, and I got so excited. I called her former last name, and I saw it on the replay, and I was like, I said, Tisha knew it's going to kill me, okay? But yeah, you all can check her out tomorrow live, 7:30 on YouTube. Please check her out. It's a good inspirational. If you have ever been through if you breathing, you done been through something, right? So tell them what they have to look forward to for tomorrow night, Latisha.
Really quick. So I'm still in the series. We're talking about grief. So the series topic is beauty before ashes. And so if you read the Bible or whatever like that, you know where that comes from. So the first episode, I had my mom up there and she was sharing her journey with grief. But tomorrow, I have a actual grief counselor, Reverend Dr. Adrenia Tolliver.
Okay, Reverend Doctor.
With us. Reverend Doctor. Give it all tight. But she'll be with us tomorrow to just drop some nuggets, because like my goal, like all of us, we got to heal and we got to do it together. So tomorrow night, 7:30, Circle of Peace.
And then before we let you go, check out the Layers Effect with your girl Miss Ebony on Wednesday night live at 7:30. So we got something for y'all all week long. And if you cannot catch us during the live, then catch us on the replay, okay? We're going to drop that information in chat and choose, so you can make sure you subscribe to those channels as well. Thank you. We will not hold you any longer. Good night.
Good night.